is estimated that since the Navy entered aviation to the present, there are 505 naval aviator aces. The majority of them are from the Pacific Theater during World War II. One such ace was the legendary Commander Dean Diz Laird, who was the only Navy ace to have downed both German and Japanese aircraft. When asked, "What do you want Americans to remember about the World War II generation?" Commander Diz Laird said,
"Oh boy, that's a tough one. I think that these young people, every one of them deserves a Congressional Medal of Honor because they didn't go out there and sit on their butts and wait for somebody to come by and shoot at them. They were out there trying to win the war for the United States and keep the United States the greatest country in the world." Well, I completed flight training in September 42 and was sent to Norfolk to report to my squadron, VF-41. And the squadron was attached to the USS Ranger, CV-4. Ranger was the first carrier built from the keel up as a carrier. All the rest of them that we had were conversions of from some other type of ship. We did a lot of training there in the Norfolk area, getting acquainted with the airplane and the Wildcat, and then got underway again, heading east. That day, we met up with the Queen Mary, which was heading west, and we were told that they had Churchill aboard. He was headed for Halifax for a meeting with President Roosevelt, who was flying in from Washington. So we flew cover for the Queen Mary, and we finally hit land again. We went into Scapa Flow in Scotland, which was the home port of the British Home Fleet, where we became a part of the British Home Fleet, operating under the control of Admiral Sir Bruce Fraser, who was the Home Fleet commander. And we went out and operated with units of the Home Fleet up and down the Norwegian coast. We went up pretty far because it would get very cold. There was ice in the water, and we were inside the Arctic Circle. They didn't really keep us too well informed as to what was happening or what we could expect to run into. Finally, we got into some action, and we were launched and vectored out where the last we relieved a unit ahead of us on station as the Combat Air Patrol. The weather was not that good. Many clouds and heavy clouds in some cases. And we were vectored out after the bogey. Well, we couldn't find it it was so cloudy. Out from behind the one quite large cloud is here, and from around and behind it came this airplane, and he came around the front, and I recognized it as not one of our friends, so I tally-hoed. So we headed for him in full speed, and he saw us coming, and he turned and headed south. I figure he was heading for friendly territory, such as Germany, because I recognized it as a German Junkers 88, which was a very good airplane. Finally caught up to him, and my leader went up the right side to get in position to make a gunnery run from this side like that, and I came around and went up the left side, so we kept him bracketed. He didn't have any place to go. My leader finished his run, and I rolled in mine, and we both broke off and assumed the same perch positions up here to go again. And while my leader went in for his second run, we had a little smoke coming out of it from where I don't recall. We just had some smoke, so we were getting some hits on something that was vital. And I got to thinking, instead of picking part of the engine or any other part of the airplane, I would aim for that juncture of the wing and the fuselage. You'd have these fuel tanks in the wings. I'm up here, I came down and I aimed for that spot. With all 6 guns I opened up, because I had to aim out here, took the lead that I figured I needed and squeezed the trigger and I guessed right. Well, I could see my tracers hitting right exactly where I wanted them. And then I came in, I got about in this position on him, and all of a sudden the airplane just exploded. It was a huge ball of fire, and I flew through a bunch of small parts of German airplane that were flying in all directions. I couldn't avoid them. Fortunately, I didn't hit any of them. And I recognized engine parts, like I saw piston rods and things like that I flew by, and he just disappeared in that whole ball of fire.
Sadly, at the age of 101, this icon of naval aviation passed away during the filming of this documentary. See and hear other icons of naval aviation tell their stories in our smash hit documentary, Legends of Carrier Aviation, now streaming on Amazon and Tubi TV. Also, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell for more upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.